God says, only 10 seconds left. 2 angels from heaven are trying to reach you. They are begging you to listen this on 22th September. This is their last attempt. Open it quickly. God says, only 10 seconds left. 2 angels from heaven are trying to reach you. They are begging you to listen this on September 22nd. This is their last attempt. Open it quickly. Do not scroll because the clock is already breathing beside your ear and the 10 seconds begin now. A holy urgency is moving through the room like a quiet storm that carries peace and power together. 2 angels have stepped to your doorway with a message that refuses to be delayed. Their feet are light but their presence is weighty and kind, and they keep knocking in a rhythm your heart already knows. You can sense a shift in the air the way the atmosphere changes before rain. Heaven is close and your name is being spoken with tenderness and authority. The message is simple and unstoppable and it carries a seal you can feel behind your ribs. A wave of warmth rises through your chest and settles like a lamp on a dark table. You are being asked to pause, breathe, and open because this is meant for you. The day named is September 22nd and it has been written like a bright ribbon across your path. The angels are saying that alignment has been prepared and your steps are part of it. This is the last attempt before the next door closes and the present door opens wide. Type Amen to get blessing 333. A sacred appointment lives inside that date and the hour will find you even if you try to hide. You will not miss it when you choose to be still and receive. Stillness is not silence but trust that sits and listens to the gentle instruction within. Listen for 3 signs that escort the message toward you with clarity. First comes a soft chill on your skin that arrives without fear. Then a small sound in the room that reminds you of pages turning. The third sign is a memory that returns and stands exactly where you needed courage the most. When the memory arrives, you will know that heaven is rethreading your story with gold. It will not hurt you because it is coming to heal what tried to stay open. Prepare a clean space that feels like morning even if the night is heavy. Place a glass of water nearby and let it shine under a lamp like a tiny moon. Write 1 line on a paper that says I am ready to receive. Type Amen to get blessing 444. The 2 angels carry different assignments and they move like twin flames that never burn. One stands to your right with comfort, and the other stands to your left with instruction. Together they create a pathway that your feet will recognize. The angel on your right carries restoration for things that felt lost but were only hidden. Lost time will fold like soft fabric and return as strength in your hands. Your confidence will rise like a steady sun that does not rush. The angel on your left carries direction that will protect your next steps. Maps appear in your inner eye and landmarks glow with clarity. You will know where to say yes and where to stay gentle and quiet. Archangel Michael says that your name is being defended and your path is being cleared. The noise that tried to sit on your shoulders is losing its grip now. What troubled your sleep is being lifted like fog under warm light. Type Amen to get blessing 555. On September 22nd a familiar place will turn holy for a brief moment. It might be a doorway, a chair, a street corner, or the quiet edge of your bed. The world will look the same but peace will bloom and point forward. Your heart will notice a soft heaviness that is not burden but presence. The air will smooth itself around you and your thoughts will line up like calm birds on a wire. You will breathe deeper without forcing your lungs to work. A gentle phrase will arrive in your spirit and it will repeat until you smile. The phrase will feel like home and carry no pressure, only invitation. When you hear it, you will know that the 2 angels have found you. There is a small instruction hidden in the message and it is simple to obey. Keep your posture honest and your hands open, as if receiving a gift. Say the words I choose truth and I keep peace and let them anchor. Type Amen to get blessing 777. The proof you have needed is arriving as living confirmation rather than debate. The confirmation will not argue with anyone because it does not need to. It will settle in your bones and it will not move. You will notice names surfacing in your mind and light resting on the right ones. Some names will fade like footprints in water because they do not belong in the next room. The correct names will carry warmth and order rather than heat and confusion. An old fear will try to speak, but its voice has no password anymore. The angels will stand on either side and the fear will tire and lie down. You will move forward like a person who knows the way even on a quiet road. Archangel Michael says the interference has reached its limit and cannot cross the line set for you. Barriers are folding and the path behind them is simple and bright. Take the next step with a steady mind and a soft heart. Type Amen to get blessing 888. You are not being rushed, you are being aligned. The 10 seconds that began with urgency now feel like a doorway that keeps welcoming you. The countdown was never a threat, it was a loving reminder to open now. Your body understands before your mind catches up, and that is mercy. Shoulders drop, jaw loosens, breath slows, and you feel taller in your own skin. The room looks normal, but the weight of love is new. A phrase repeats like a protective mantra that carries ease. I choose truth, I keep peace, I walk in light. Each sentence clicks into place like a key turning the final lock. On September 22nd, carry this phrase with quiet confidence. Let it sit under your tongue like a seed that knows how to open. Speak it when you step into the appointed moment prepared for you. Type Amen to get blessing 999. You are stepping into hours that have been carefully woven with your name hidden in the stitches. Nothing is wasted because every thread has helped shape the pattern that now appears. The angels point to it with joy like artists unveiling a finished canvas. The blessing will not make noise to prove itself because truth is already loud in a peaceful way. You will not need to explain your change to anyone, the fruit of it will show. Your sleep will rest deeper and your mornings will rise cleaner. A new door will open and it will not slam because it was built for you. Hinges will move quietly and the light beyond the frame will feel like kind weather. Your feet will remember how to walk without negotiating with doubt. There is generosity folded into this door and it multiplies when you share from it. Wisdom grows when spoken with grace and boundaries keep it safe. You will learn to carry brightness without burning your hands. A gentle creativity will wake up and invite you to decorate your days with simple beauty. You will write, arrange, mend, and build with a new rhythm. People will notice a calm brightness in you and feel safe around it. The two angels will visit again as guardians rather than messengers. Their wings will fold at your sides like soft shields that breathe. They will wait silently while you take your next faithful step. Archangel Michael says that peace is your passport and clarity is your companion. Keep both in front of you and you will not be turned aside. Walk with a quiet spine and let kindness be your language. The old season tried to label you with scarcity and delay, but those labels have peeled away. Your name sits clean in the light and your future listens. You are not racing anymore because alignment has its own pace. You may feel a single tear that holds relief more than sorrow. Let it fall and water the ground where your next seed will live. Joy will meet it like rain meeting thirsty garden rose. Gratitude will fit you and not slip from your shoulders. You will wear it without effort because it matches your new shape. Gratitude will turn ordinary corridors into bright hallways. On September 22nd, 2 simple actions will seal the moment. First, pause for 10 seconds and breathe like a person who trusts. Second, whisper the sentence that keeps choosing light and peace. Your home will sound different after this because the air remembers kindness. Rooms will hold your voice with more softness and echo hope back to you. The corners will stop feeling heavy and will start feeling holy. A subtle fragrance may pass as if someone opened a window you did not see. It will carry notes of rain and clean linen and it will fade gently. The fading will not mean absence because presence remains. The angels will place courage where you used to place apology. You will stand gentle and firm without explaining your right to be whole. Your spine will spell the word yes to the path that fits. Old patterns will knock but the new door has a better bell. You will hear the difference and choose the better sound. Choice by choice, the new melody becomes your daily song. Your promises to yourself will finally feel like friends rather than chores. You will keep them with delight and not with pressure. The keeping will multiply trust within you like quiet harvest. The day will end with warmth in your chest and clear air in your room. Sleep will come as a gift rather than a rescue. Morning will meet you without wait and the path will still be open. Remember that the countdown brought you into openness rather than fear. 10 seconds were enough for heaven to move what felt immovable. The movement continues softly without noise or struggle. The two angels will remain close even when you cannot feel them. They stand like watchmen who sing without words. Their song matches your heartbeat and it keeps you steady. Now you are ready, and ready is a gentle word that holds strength. Keep your lamp trimmed with simple habits that honor peace. Keep your door open to guidance that speaks with calm fire. You will notice small wonders tucked into the folds of the day. A lyric at the right moment, a bird that lingers, a small token on the floor that feels meaningful. These are not accidents because alignment speaks in details. Your story is entering a chapter that reads like clear water. You will taste honesty and you will not miss the old taste of confusion. Clarity heals like sunlight on clean linen. You are not behind because time itself has turned toward you with kindness. The delay becomes delivery and the wait becomes witness. The proof is the change inside you that refuses to leave. So receive what was prepared for you without strain. Hold it lightly but keep it close. Walk forward with a soft face and a steady step. The blessing has your measure and will not overpower you. It will fit your hands and follow your rhythm. This is how heaven builds durability into joy. You have reached the doorway and you are crossing it now. The floor on the other side welcomes your feet like warm stone in the sun. The room is yours and the light is yours and the peace is yours. This is the message that would not be delayed and it has found you in time. The 10 seconds were enough and the two angels smile because you opened. Let the day marked 21 nd September unfold exactly as it has been written, and keep walking in the calm fire of truth. The message continues to unfold like light widening across a quiet floor. The two angels remain close, shaping the air with calm authority. Their nearness settles your breath and strengthens your spine without strain. They lift a veil from your path and reveal clean steps that were waiting. The next movement is simple and can be carried with dignity. You are being positioned rather than pushed, aligned rather than hurried. A soft radiance gathers at your shoulders and travels down your arms like warm rain. It reaches your hands and teaches them to hold peace without dropping it. The glow does not flash because it was made to last. Inside this calm, decisions that once felt heavy become clear. You can feel which doors were only noise and which door carries honest light. Your feet recognize the right threshold the way home recognizes a returning heart. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. The date still carries weight and kindness, shining like a seal on your day. When the hour ripens, the room you stand in will quietly become holy. Nothing dramatic is required because presence itself is the proof. 3 gentle tokens will confirm that alignment is active. A blue cup resting in an unexpected place will feel like a nod of welcome. A bird will linger slightly longer than usual as if guarding the moment. A lyric will rise at the exact time your heart softens and it will land without pressure. These tokens do not demand attention because they were crafted to soothe. You will recognize them and relax deeper into trust. The angels sift your atmosphere like skilled caretakers tending a sanctuary. They place courage where apology used to live and measure your steps with patient care. Their movements are precise and kind, protecting your edges with quiet strength. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. The room begins to remember who you are becoming and echoes that truth. Corners feel less heavy and the middle of the floor feels like warm stone. Your voice sits comfortably in the air and returns to you as calm. A small instruction arrives and asks to be honored without spectacle. Breathe 3 times as if sealing a letter with gentle wax. Whisper, I choose truth, I keep peace, I walk in light, and let the words root. Old labels peel away like paper that no longer sticks to clean glass. What tried to cling slides off without struggle and disappears into silence. You stand with a new outline that fits you without effort. You carry yourself through the doorway that matches your inner weather. The light there is steady and refuses to flicker. It welcomes you like a room that was arranged with your measure in mind. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. Night yields to morning with the grace of a curtain opening. The day does not rush you because it has already been prepared. Your pace is unhurried and powerful, like a river that trusts its banks. The angels stand one step behind you as guardians who bless your decisions. Their wings fold close, not as a warning, but as a shelter for your clarity. You feel covered and awake at the same time. The world continues with ordinary sounds while the sacred keeps humming beneath them. You move through it like a steady note in a kind song. The steadiness becomes your new normal and it holds. You place a glass of water near your work and watch it shine like a tiny moon. You open your journal and write one line that says ready and listening. The page receives the promise and becomes a witness. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. The day brings quiet provision that fits your needs without drama. Answers arrive as simple next steps rather than storms. The simplicity softens your shoulders and rewards your patience. Relationships come into order as names reveal their weight. Some fade like footprints in foam because their season ended with grace. The right ones remain warm and helpful, carrying peace rather than noise. A reminder of the appointed time brushes your awareness like a friendly hand. You do not fear it because it is an invitation, not a demand. The invitation draws you forward with dignity and hope. You practice boundaries that feel like clean lines on a new map. Those lines do not trap you, they guide you. Safety grows quietly like roots gathering depth after rain. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. An area that felt delayed now breathes with fresh movement. Doors you once pushed gently swing toward you. You step through without announcing yourself because alignment does the announcing. Resource meets responsibility with a handshake that feels right. What you need arrives in the measure that keeps you steady. The measure proves that heaven knows your pace and honors it. Your body agrees with the new season and rests in it. Breath returns to its rightful depth and your muscles loosen their story of strain. Ease takes up residence in your spine like sunlight along a wall. Creativity wakes and stretches like a rested friend. Ideas organize themselves without sharp edges and ask to be built. You arrange them with care and enjoy the rhythm of honest work. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. Forgiveness moves through your story like a key turning in a quiet lock. It does not erase history, it releases your shoulders from carrying it. The release becomes space and the space becomes vision. Your home shifts from shelter to sanctuary with small, faithful choices. You open a window and the air agrees with your intentions. Corners that once felt dim now look alive with gentle light. Outside, the path you walk answers you with confirmations that do not shout. A simple receipt number matching a remembered time makes you smile. A street lamp flickers once then steadies as if nodding yes. You sip water and remember the line you wrote on paper. The words keep their promise and do their work in silence. The blessing grows like a seed that opens without tearing the earth. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. Evening arrives like soft velvet and wraps the day without weight. Stars appear with the clarity of good decisions. You recognize yourself in the stillness and it feels like coming home. You set a new key on its hook and notice how right it looks there. The door it opens will not slam because it was made for your hands. The room beyond it holds peace that does not expire. You close your eyes and count a gentle 10, not out of fear but honor. The same countdown that once felt urgent now feels ceremonial, like a ribbon cut with care. The ceremony seals what already belonged to you. Gratitude rises without prompting and finds words that fit your mouth. You write 3 lines that anchor the night to the promise. The lines hold: I choose truth, I keep peace, I walk in light. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. Morning will greet you with a brightness that is kind to your eyes. The 2 angels will stand near the window like guardians who understand timing. They carry no pressure, only presence that steadies your heart. You will move through your tasks with the quiet tempo of certainty. People will notice the difference and feel safe around it. Safety is the new fragrance that follows you into every room. Opportunities will align like stepping stones where water once muddied the view. You will not need to leap because the span is measured to your stride. Each step will feel like a yes you can keep. The appointed date will complete its work with grace and remain as a landmark. You will remember it the way you remember warm thresholds and kind weather. The memory will bless future days with steady confidence. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. In the hush that follows fulfillment, you will sense a larger horizon. It does not pull you ahead of your soul, it expands to fit your future. The expansion is gentle and sure like dawn taking the sky. The angels will exchange a look of satisfied peace and then grow quiet. Their quiet says that you are equipped for what comes next. Equipped does not mean heavy, it means ready. You will measure progress by the light in your chest rather than noise around you. That light is durable and does not depend on applause. It is the proof you carry wherever you stand. The day will close with the stillness of a blessing that knows your name. You will step into sleep like a field that welcomes rain. Morning will R. The alignment that found you keeps expanding like a circle of calm on clear water. It reaches rooms you forgot to bless and makes them gentle again. Even the way you close a drawer or tie your shoes begins to carry peace. You start recognizing moments that once slipped past you. A shaft of light on the floor stands still long enough to greet your eyes. The greeting feels like a quiet nod from the day itself. Names continue to sort themselves without drama. The ones that remain glow with the slow warmth of trust. The rest drift to the edges like fog that cannot hold shape. You notice a time stamp that repeats at the right moments and you smile. It is as if the hour is waving from across the street saying yes, keep going. Your chest answers with a steadying breath that feels like home. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. The path does not ask you to prove yourself, it asks you to be yourself. That being is strong and soft at the same time like woven fabric. You realize strength was always meant to be kind. There are tests woven into blessings but they arrive like soft puzzles. Each one fits your measure and teaches your hands to move with care. You solve them by staying honest rather than loud. Counterfeits try the handle and discover the door requires peace as the key. Without peace, their grip slides off and they wander away. Your thresholds stay unsmudged and bright. Boundaries become a friendly fence around a garden you finally love. They keep the tender growth safe while roots dig deeper. You water what is real and watch it answer you with color. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. A familiar place becomes a sanctuary at an ordinary hour. The chair you've used 100 times receives you like a first welcome. Air gathers around you and hushes the room. 3 gentle confirmations appear like beads on a simple string. A single oak stands steady against a kind sky and steadies your eyes. A faint scent of jasmine passes, then lingers like a soft signature. A lyric returns exactly when your hand pauses above the page. Its words do not push, they settle like a shawl across your shoulders. The shawl warms you without heat and quiets your pulse. You write one sentence that anchors the moment to the day. Ready and listening, it says, and the page glows with quiet ink. The sentence keeps you inside the calm where clarity grows. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. Provision keeps arriving in the right shape rather than the loud size. It matches your stride so you can carry it with grace. Nothing spills because nothing is rushed. You clean a corner and the room feels taller. The taller feeling has nothing to do with walls and everything to do with relief. You have space again and your breath explores it. A small coin appears where you did not leave it, shining like a wink. You do not need superstition to read it, you simply receive the smile. The smile becomes fuel for simple courage. Water in a glass looks like a quiet mirror and tells the truth. You lift it, sip, and feel the truth move gently through your body. The gentleness is the proof you were waiting for. Type Amen to get blessing 2424. Evening drapes itself over your shoulders without weight. Lamps glow like friendly moons, steady and near. You fold the day with care and tuck peace into its edges. Sleep no longer negotiates, it arrives as a kind guest. You welcome it with clean sheets and a quiet spine. The guest stays until morning has ripened. Dawn opens like soft citrus and brightens your intentions. You rise without hurry, warmed by a purpose that does not shout. Steps move forward because they are already agreed. People sense the weather around you and adjust their voices. Conversations land gently and build rather than drain. The building becomes a habit you enjoy keeping. Type Amen to get blessing 2525. A door you once feared now feels like the right temperature in your hand. It swings without creak because the hinges have been oiled by patience. You step through and the floor greets you like warm stone. Work answers you with rhythm instead of friction. Tasks line up and bow their heads to order. You attend to them with ease and they thank you by finishing. Old echoes try to perform the old play but the stage has changed. The script no longer fits the room and silence takes its place. Silence turns into music you can live inside. You see how far you have come by the peace you refuse to trade. That refusal is not stubbornness, it is devotion to clarity. Clarity, in turn, keeps the path bright. Type Amen to get blessing 2626. Your hands remember how to bless the day without ceremony. A touch on the doorframe, a pause by the window, a slow exhale. These small sacraments protect your hours like quiet guardians. You begin to gather small tokens of the new chapter. A ribbon from a kind gift, a note with a single word, a ticket stub from an honest day. You keep them not as proof for others but as gratitude for yourself. The two angels remain near, shifting from messengers to keepers. Their wings are the shade in which your decisions stay cool. Under that shade, even bold choices feel measured and right. The calendar ahead looks less like a wall and more like open field. You mark days with a pencil because softness suits the season. Each mark breathes, none of them shout. Type Amen to get blessing 2727. You practice a small ritual that keeps you aligned. Before stepping out, you lay a hand over your heart for one breath. Then you nod to the day as if greeting an old friend. The nod becomes a signal to your pace, and your pace obeys. Hurry tries to flag you down but you wave kindly and keep moving. Motion stays smooth and purposeful. A phrase accompanies your feet the way a melody carries a walk. I choose truth, I keep peace, I walk in light. The words fit like comfortable shoes and do not wear out. When interruption arrives, you meet it with presence rather than tension. Presence shortens storms and lengthens wisdom. The sky clears without theatrics and your path remains. Type Amen to get blessing 2828. You notice the way gratitude sharpens your eye for beauty. The grain of a table, the patience of a kettle, the honesty of clean floors. Beauty returns the favor by keeping your thoughts gentle. Decisions that once required multiple voices now rise from a quiet center. You consult with peace and it gives you the answer. The answer travels well and does not leak. You bless what you release and it leaves without taking your joy. Then you bless what remains and it grows without taking your rest. Joy and rest learn to share the room. A small rain visits and the street smells like new promises. Tires whisper over wet roads and the city sings under low clouds. You walk through it like a person already home. Type Amen to get blessing 2929. The light in your chest proves itself by how it behaves under pressure. It stays, it warms, it clarifies. This constancy is the quiet miracle you now carry. You learn the art of good endings and clean beginnings. Doors close with gratitude and latch without resentment. New hinges welcome your hand with ease. Your voice takes on the tone of someone who knows they are held. You speak softly and people hear you more. Softness turns out to be the strongest language. This season does not ask you to be more than you are. It invites you to be fully what you already are. Fully is a gentle word that makes everything easier. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. You keep a promise to your body, and it thanks you with steadiness. Stretch, water, fresh air, and unhurried walks become simple loyalty. Loyalty returns as energy that does not fray. You keep a promise to your craft, and it thanks you with clarity. Practice feels like prayer done with the hands. The work glows the way embers glow, quiet and sure. You keep a promise to your peace, and it thanks you with longevity. Interruptions come and go, peace remains seated. Seated peace is the anchor under your days. The horizon expands, not to overwhelm, but to fit your growth. You breathe into the extra space and feel it breathe back. The exchange is natural and kind. Type Amen to get blessing 3131. Even the shadows look cleaner when your heart is not afraid. They stop pretending to be monsters and return to being shapes. Shapes you can live with, shapes that belong to light. You learn to greet uncertainty with a steady gaze. Uncertainty, surprised by your calm, becomes the doorway it always was. Doorways agree with you now, they know your step. You carry the quiet of this chapter into places that forgot it. Rooms adjust, people settle, and the atmosphere learns a slower pulse. The slower pulse heals what haste bruised. At the end of the day, you count not losses but learnings. They stack like folded linen on a bright shelf. The order comforts you and invites tomorrow in. Type Amen to get blessing 3232. The chapter keeps writing itself in clean lines that your heart can read. You move through rooms with the steadiness of someone who has returned to their true pace. The air answers your calm with more calm and the day follows your lead. You bless your tasks before touching them and they soften in your hands. Even the small ones begin to glow like polished stones along a path. Rhythm replaces strain and the hours cooperate. A quiet courage keeps standing beside you like a faithful friend. It does not shout or push, it simply remains. Remaining becomes the proof that you are carried. You place your focus where peace is, and peace multiplies. The multiplication does not overwhelm, it fits your measure. Fit is the new luxury and you wear it well. Type Amen to get blessing 3333. A gentle order keeps arriving like tide that knows the shore. You let it arrange your steps without argument. The arranging protects your strength and saves your breath. What once demanded explanation now requires only presence. Presence does the speaking while you stay composed. Composure becomes your signature and people feel safe around it. You notice how gratitude trains your eyes to recognize right timing. Timing walks in with dignity and refuses to run. The refusal heals your nerves and restores your sleep. You practice endings with grace and beginnings with honesty. Both submit to peace and both become light on your shoulders. Lightness welcomes stamina and they work well together. Type Amen to get blessing 3434. You bless your intake and it blesses your output. What you read, watch, and listen to learns your boundaries. Boundaries keep your inner garden from being trampled. The calendar opens like a field that respects your pace. You step into it with deliberate ease. Ease becomes the container for excellence and both can breathe. A steady hush wraps your thoughts when noise tries to return. The hush does not erase, it prioritizes. Priorities settle into place like books finding their shelves. Your inner weather remains clear even when clouds visit. Clouds are allowed to pass without negotiation. Passing becomes proof of peace holding the center. Type Amen to get blessing 3535. You choose words that build and they return as shelter. Shelter is felt in conversations and in silence. Silence becomes warm rather than sharp. Old narratives lose their script in your presence. They cannot perform on a stage that honors truth. Truth stands quietly and the audience of your mind rests. You keep the small rituals that keep you aligned. A breath at the door, a hand over the heart, a nod to the day. Alignment replies with clarity that does not leak. Clarity guides your yes and protects your no. The yes stays generous and the no stays gentle. Together they keep your path bright. Type Amen to get blessing 3636. Provision fits like a tailored coat rather than a noisy banner. It keeps you warm without making you heavy. Warmth invites wise action and wise action bears fruit. You water what is real and watch it answer you with color. Color returns hope to corners you forgot to visit. Corners become part of the room again. The two angels continue as quiet keepers of your gates. Their watchfulness turns away what does not belong. Turning away becomes effortless under their shade. Your pace is now a trustworthy companion. It neither drags nor rushes. Trustworthiness makes the day feel taller and kinder. Type Amen to get blessing 3737. You honor limits and discover they are doors in disguise. Each door opens to a room designed for rest and focus. Rest and focus braid together and strengthen your hands. Moments that once frayed your patience now polish it. The polish reveals depth rather than shine. Depth keeps promises long after applause fades. You greet tasks one at a time and each one bows. Bowing creates flow and flow produces completion. Completion leaves no jagged edges. You keep a journal of confirmations that arrive like soft footprints. Footprint by footprint, a path appears without strain. The appearing quiets any remaining doubt. Type Amen to get blessing 3838. Relationships take their rightful seats in the room of your life. Some move closer with warmth, others sit farther with peace. Both movements honor the truth. Your home sounds different because kindness echoes. The echo returns your words as comfort rather than noise. Comfort makes the space feel newly alive. You set your tools down at day's end with satisfaction. Satisfaction is measured and calm, not loud. Calm carries into sleep like a soft tide. Morning greets you with a clear horizon. The horizon belongs to someone who knows where they are going. Knowing replaces striving and your steps agree. Type Amen to get blessing 3939. You bless the unseen work that supports the visible. Structure holds effort the way good bones hold a house. The holding prevents collapse and invites longevity. Your decisions carry the fragrance of patience. Patience proves itself by how it treats others. Treatment improves rooms and rooms begin to heal people. You practice generosity without spending your core. The core remains anchored while the overflow travels. Overflow finds the right places and strengthens what matters. A lyric, a number, a quiet light through a window keep weaving reassurance. Reassurance does not negotiate with fear, it outlasts it. Outlasting becomes your gentle victory. Type Amen to get blessing 4040. You look back only to bless the road that taught you. The blessing closes old accounts without residue. Closure frees both hands for the present. You look forward with the steadiness of someone who has already opened. Opening turned out to be safety, not risk. Safety now invites holy boldness at the right moments. You look around and notice the ordinary carrying glory. Dishes, keys, shoes by the door participate in peace. Participation becomes culture and culture becomes protection. You look within and find the light seated and unafraid. Seated light governs your hours with quiet authority. Authority expressed as gentleness is the new strength you carry. Type Amen to get blessing 4141.